Hey, what's up, Patchy Pack and any other AG gamers out there? As you can tell, today we're going to be talking about cultural appropriation, or let's be honest here, what other street has nowadays? Racism. Now, I'm extremely sorry, I don't want to come off bad in this video, and I know, I'm extremely sorry. I just want to say off the bat, I'm sorry for the NASA logo. I really am a proud activist of Raid on Area 51, and I believe in, alien rights. I really do. Please don't hate on me in the comments, please. I'm really sorry about that, okay? I'm no Indian, in fact I'm as white as they get, nor do I claim to have any historical qualifications in this area, although my enthusiasm for culture and passion to researching ancient and traditions and art, and simple fucking Google searches will tell you that this guy is chatting pure bullshit. I'm going to debunk and explain to you guys why this cunt is so delusional, to a point where he thinks he can tell others what to do with their lives IRL as well as in-game. A not so clever specimen that believes he can take down a company through his misconceptions and disorganized barrage of posts, brainwashing children into thinking that wearing a feather on their heads is a crime. To start off with, let me educate you. Headdresses were not clothing items that were used by Indian, now named Native American tribes before the colonization as a form of ranking and leadership. Sort of like dominance establishment. In other words, if you earned one, you were the alpha. Everybody started off with one single feather, a simplistic head feather item that has sparked this whole debate on an online fucking children's game. The natives would complete various tasks and prove their worth, eventually earning feathers as they progress through the ranks, similar to how you may receive coupons from a store if you shop there regularly. Weird analogy, but okay. Nowadays, headdresses, head feathers, and feather butt plugs are all used as nothing more than costume clothing and accessories. Those who wish to hold on to the worth of an authentic headdress, handcrafted by warriors and constructed from real eagle feathers, passed on to generations by their brave family warriors, can do so. Meanwhile, others can buy one for a party or an event, regardless their colour or status in society. Now that I've established that, it also means that players are able to freely wear one in-game, right? Not according to this libtard creature. Now how does this link in with this fellow jammer, you may ask? sneakywolfspirit is an extremist that is attempting to radicalize a fucking in-game pixelated item and link it to the ancestry of his long-dead relatives and foolishly command other players that they cannot use these items and that AJHQ should be held creditable and cancelled for giving out the head feather in the AJ box. Upon first inspection, this individual's triggered nature may fool you into thinking that he is no more than a dismissible 13-year-old, just a vegan with a gacha profile pic. When I first saw these shitshow posts, from what I can only assume an immature child, I laughed. I'm here to inform you all that this 30-plus-year-old man is pushing a political agendas about race, attempted to oppress people from wearing an in-game fucking item on AJ. Damn right uncultured swine that is using a children's game as an outlet to vent about his stupid beliefs, portraying his best acts like this unfortunate, fragile and vulnerable minority. Even though, as I mentioned, I'm not of race nor colour of the origin/culture I discuss, I think anybody with a brain should know that this cunt is preaching to hundreds of kids is in fact bullshit. You'd think out of all people, I especially would love to jump the gun on the AJHQ hate bandwagon, whether it's for releasing this, in quotation marks, incredibly racist item, or for banning and mistreating their fucking player base for longer than a decade. However, projects of that nature take time and immense effort, and I also heavily believe in justice and will not criticise individuals or a company without a valid reason. This is not a valid reason, and the fact that this Neanderthal fuck has taken it directly to AJ and people are standing up for this cause is stupid. Focus on the important things in the community, such as the fake and manipulative jambassadors, or the community manager Nazi herself. Now onto the actual obsolete demolishment of this beta cucks argument, as there's a lot to embarrass him on. If you've played AJ for longer than a day, or simply look at the background gameplay right now, as I'm sure there will be at least one in there somewhere, you'll notice a classic and now iconic item on AJ is the headdress. Hell, even I've had one on my main look since 2011. They're a very popular and now somewhat rare item but are highly demanded, mostly because they simply look cool. They have been in the game since 2011, so it puzzles me as to why you did not speak out on this issue beforehand, if it really affected you, Sneaky. Even headdresses and the normal classic head feathers still being in the game didn't fucking trigger you. Why do you still play and have stayed in this community for so long? Literally anywhere you'll go there'll be generic Arctic wolves with headdresses, you incompetent buffoon. Alongside the headdresses we also have head feathers, double head feathers, feathered tails, and probably feathered spikes by now, I don't know. The fact that you only decided to go on this pathetic crusade of yours once the custom promo head feathers got given out is certainly odd timing. Naturally, due to the game being based in America, there are parties and huge reinforcement on July the 4th. Even in game they call it Freedom Day. In my opinion, every time any form of item or celebration has been associated with a country or religion that has been added into the game, they have done a great job at it. Anyway, along with the Indian themed items, we also have many item sets associated with various holidays and cultures from multiple countries and races. You may think I'm looking too deep into this, but it's true, and nobody else has a problem with these things because pretty much everybody celebrates Christmas. Hence why we have Jamal Day items and St. Nicholas hats. That's Santa, by the way, to all my non-Christian viewers. Christmas trees, baubles, presents, all associated with the holiday. Chinese New Year themed items for the pig or rooster years have also been released without anybody having any issue. Same goes with the Irish St. Patrick's Day celebrations. Hell, we even got Arabic turbans, but you don't see people dressing as black monkeys and yelling Allah Akbar in Jamar. Okay, I may have experienced that one time, but that's besides the point. I think anybody in the right mind would be very happy that a game for children is so culturally appropriate and has this many representations of things kids can learn about, which got me thinking, why exactly Sneaky Wolf is being such a salty prick? You should be proud you're getting represented, yet instead you're bringing shame to your own heritage. You need to start respecting your ancestors more and realize that you're not on any higher pedestal in this situation. Over on his Instagram page, Sneaky Wolf has spewed over an entire diarrhea of posts that cumulatively present a very clear picture of who this person is and what his motives are. Scrolling through these repetitive screenshots of AJ head feathers entwined with generic Google images of head feathers, I began losing brain cells attempting to comprehend what this twat was hoping to achieve. I couldn't wrap my head around how someone can be such an imbecile that they get offended by a feather being in the game. Holy fuck. Another noticeable investigation was that Sneaky Wolf didn't make a big deal at first upon receiving the box. He had no issue with it, and that sad old man spent money on the children's merchandise and enjoyed the content of the cardboard box. His first trigger was because the box was too expensive, which I found weird. Then he continued talking shit about how the bonus-free item you receive for, buying the contents of the actual box costs $30, which is, of course, incorrect. In general, he continuously blabbered on about how this item is underwhelming, not showing a single ounce of personal offense to it. The only thing this piece of shit cared about was that the free item in-game was not being up to his standards. Whilst I'm unaware and uninterested on if there was anything worth talking about regarding the actual IRL items received from the AG box itself, that can change if Animal Jam Box decide to, hit me up with a sponsorship and send me one for an unboxing video. Come on, you've followed me on Insta for a while now. I'm saving your ass here. Another large issue I have with this guy's action is his consistent spam of tags to AJHQ on his posts. It's because of people like you, that people who genuinely need help in-game with their accounts, that AJ have a lower likelihood of responding them due to your wasting of time. But continuing these long strands of posts that have been spammed with multiple petty hashtags such as #MyCultureIsNotACostume, trying to mask this whole shtick as some move to stand up for himself and present the situation as being wrong in any way whatsoever. Those with an IQ higher than 20 will notice that he blatantly leached off this scandal and milked the post. His entire page is an Indian rally at this point. It's like he was aiming to make an aesthetic mood board of images, but he failed at that due to all the clashing colours and terrible structure of writing. It also appears like he thought of the situation as a recruitment for other triggered SJW white knight activists to contribute their rants. But all he received was drama-hungry children. To the 5 people that for some reason supported him, you're what's wrong with society. Grow the fuck up. Of course, to even view any of these shitshow posts by Sneaky Wolf, I had to use an alternative Instagram account, as even before attempting any form of interaction with this dude, he already had me blocked. Probably for the best, buddy. Disabling comments on all posts adds to my hypothesis and makes you look even weaker. If you are so strong on your beliefs, then why are you not allowing other people to have an input? As he said himself, he believes there is nothing left to debate, and unlike me does not give people the freedom of speech, not even allowing others to show their opinion and express their side of the story. This silly cunt isn't even allowing people to have a fucking opinion. A simple and accurate way of describing him is an unconsiderate, uncultured swine trying to push an agenda. For a person trying to defend and stick up for his own heritage, you seem to be acting oddly similar to Hitler himself, oppressing and dictating over other races. Every single one of his posts are invalid. You'll be fine with a feathered butt plug tail, but not a feather on the head? I'll have you know that my ancient descendants from Zimbabwe inserted feathers into their ass cheeks as a ritual. Oh, and not to even mention, his wolf has blackface. Wow, pathetic double standards. My African English friend Billy is extremely offended. Not cool, man. Not cool. Obviously, I'm just fucking around right now, but I'm demonstrating that this is literally how brain-dead you're making yourself look. You're an old man. Get a fucking grip. And in conclusion, it's 2019, people. This guy's a typical SJW white knight keyboard warrior attempted to appeal to what I call the pussy demographic. Triggered individuals, often feminist women of colour, bowl haircut, probably named Karen, that waste their time and take pleasure in expressing their anger at companies that don't give a shit about their retarded complaints. Everybody saw you were clearly doing it all for clout. It's easily identifiable by comparing the amount of likes and attention before your crusade and during it. What you should have kept in check was your colossal ego and not based the entire situation on you being triggered. Maybe at least more than 5 individuals will fall for that bullshit then. You do not speak on behalf of all Native Americans. You will not create any change in this community whatsoever, as legit thousands of people do and still will wear headdresses and head feathers and other culture descending items on a daily basis, whether you like it or not, you downright cretin. You should have took that free head feather, shoved it up your ass and shove the fuck up, or just recycled the item if you really didn't like it that much, but instead you decided to make yourself look like not a clown, but an entire fucking circus. You are no Indian warrior, nor a history teacher. You presented minimal knowledge on the acceptance of culture as a whole and your insane stupid claims on how you think things should be in a game that has lasted 10 years without you. I could have easily turned this video into a pure content critique and clobbered Sneaky Wolf even more, although quite honestly I wanted this to be a conversation. There are some very fascinating chats that I've had already with friends, and unlike Sneaky Cunt Wolf, I'm giving everybody the exclusive rare privilege of free speech. Feel free to comment your opinions in the comments below, especially if you're of Indian heritage or possess headdress in-game or IRL like I do. And to be perfectly honest, I'm by no means the best person to educate others on race, considering I myself accidentally and unintentionally slip out the N-word on occasions. However, I find it especially funny that even I was able to completely deconstruct and obliterate this ridiculous argument. Hashtag cultural appropriation.